Hello and welcome to That's the Point. This is the place where we talk about construction technology. We had in a previous episode, we released this all new Trimble T110 tablet. Very exciting episode. Make sure you check it out through the link down below. But now we have to get to more of the day-to-day kind of nitty-gritty discussions surrounding this tablet. And one of the first things we have to do is we get it set up and ready for the field is that we have to disassemble and take off the hand strap and place it on a rod bracket so that we can then put it on the pole mount assembly, be able to quickly disconnect and reconnect the tablet for use in the field. So in this video, kind of a how-to, we're gonna take step-by-step directions on how we are gonna actually conduct that and do that. So as we jump into this, we're gonna need a couple of things. We're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver, I have that. And we're also going to need your shiny new Trimble T110 tablet, which we have here. And then you're also going to need the pole bracket assembly, at least the part that goes onto the tablet itself, which is the larger box. The pole mount assembly has largely not changed since previous iterations, but this one we're going to jump specifically into how to mount this on the T110. Now, if we flip this over, first thing we notice, we got this handy dandy hand strap here. And so what we're going to do is we could just pull on all the corners and remove that hand strap. And then what we like to do is we like to file this away because this is very, very useful. So we're just going to get rid of that, never to be seen again. And now we're going to jump in the actual disassembly and reassembly. So it's got these four little posts that are attached on the corners. We want to remove each of these with our Phillips head screwdriver. So we're going to take these off because we will be replacing those in just a minute, but we can get rid of these. So save them if you think you might need the hand strap though. So we're just going to quickly remove these. There's a little bit of Loctite on those screws, so it might be a little bit snug. Then we're going to get into our pole bracket assembly box, and we are going to pull out our bags of screws, which are right here, and we are going to pull out our assembly. So we now have everything that we need to kind of get started, so we can slide this up. And the first thing we want to do is we need to get the main pole bracket post attached. So what we're going to do is we're going to dump out our parts here. And we can see that we have a bunch of little screws and little parts, which we're going to get through all of these. But we actually want to take out this post piece first. And this post piece, because we got to flip it around, we want to do that. And we're going to find the four regular machine screws, regular headed kind of machine screws that are kind of for a recessed hole. And we're going to pull those four out. And then we're just going to flip this over. And we're going to attach these four screws so that the post is coming out the opposite from the side that's going to the tablet. Just going to start these. These do have a little bit of thread locker built into them from the factory, so they are going to get snug, really snug. But they've also given you the 2.5 millimeter hex head. And as we tighten this last one, now we're good. So now we have the actual pole bracket nub attached here, just like we would want it. So we see that that's all good to go. We are going to position the bracket. And if you notice, there's a little angle. If we see this, the bracket is not completely square, so there is a little bit more of an angle. Find that angle needs to go towards the top of the bracket. So that's kind of how it's going to line up. We're going to have the angle, which is at the top end of the tablet. We've got this hot swappable battery here, and we just think that it's just a little bit easier for us to be able to remove and replace that battery with that angle there. So with that being said, now we're going to take our thumb screws and we're going to prep those on the bracket itself. So what we need to do is we're going to take the bracket, we're going to place the thumb screws in the outermost holes, and then we're going to take the spacer and we're just going to thread them all the way through so that they completely come on to the thumb screws. We're going to do this for all four corners. So thumb screw on the top and bring up the spacer from the bottom. You do not want to skip the step of putting these spacers on because you will not have a good pole bracket connection. Okay, good. After you're done with that little dexterity exercise, then we're going to bring this tablet back into the middle of the table. Put these clips back on. We're going to put these back on. We're going to line this up. Remember, the larger angle goes towards the top, and then we're simply going to screw down our thumb screws, which will secure the corner tabs. There we go. Firmly tighten all these with our thumbs. We are good to go. We now have a perfectly set up pole bracket assembly that is ready to drop onto the standard pole bracket assembly that you're used to and familiar with your Trimble gear and we are ready to go. Now, of course, if you have any questions or anything didn't go exactly like we talked about, make sure you reach out to your local building point representative. They want to help you out with specifically these kind of tasks. And don't forget, smash that subscribe button to stay up to date with the latest tips, tricks, and pointers. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on That's the Point.